asked about the transfer of funds to the counties. I need no persuasion that transfers of funds to the counties must be done timeously. And I think we had agreed that it should be on 5th of the following month. And that we need to follow religiously. I know we have had quite a bit of challenges in terms of cash flow, but the problem that we have had at the beginning of this financial year was not entirely on cash flow. Actually, it doesn't help National Treasury to keep piling transfers to counties. It doesn't, because we just end up with huge bills to pay at a specific time. So we are very comfortable with regular and continuous transfers. However, the problems that we encountered at the beginning of this year is primarily, number one, was the legal challenges or the legal issues. There were two schools of thought, because the senators are aware that we haven't passed the CARA for 2024-25. The two houses have not passed CARA. So there were two schools of thought. There was one school of thought which believed that we cannot transfer money to the counties until and unless you have two critical pieces of legislation. That is the DORA and the CARA. Then there's another school of thought where, fortunately, I belong, that we have regulations in place which allow that you can transfer up to 50% of the previous year's allocation, which in this case was 385 billion. But again, to be very careful and be clear, my office had to seek legal opinion from the Office of the Attorney General, which fortunately we got. And the Attorney General was in agreement with the second school of thought where I belong. Now, so in July, we cleared the last financial year, 2023-24. We paid 30.8 billion in July to clear that financial year. Then last week, we paid July allocation, and we paid 31.8 billion to counties. So we haven't paid the August and now September allocations. But I would guarantee that we are making plans to make another payment for the month, at least one more payment. My aim is to make sure that we cover the because we seem to be having a deficit of not less than a month. So we will try to catch up before the end of this year. We must catch up so that we don't have any outstanding amount to the counties. But having said that, because senators are also responsible for oversighting the counties, I want to say this, Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, that let us also try to put pressure on the counties to be able to sort out their issues with the controller of budget, so that we don't have huge balances sitting in the CRF account. As we speak today, there is 42 billion which has not been absorbed or taken up by counties. And the details are there. I don't want to go to the specific details of the counties. We have 42 billion, 380 million, 773,000. That counties have not been able to access. The money is there in the CRF account, 38.2 billion. And again, another 3 billion under recurrent, and another 969 million under development vote. So we need to have absorption which is smooth, because as an accountant and as a finance expert, the last thing you'd want to see is balances accumulating in idle accounts. It doesn't add value to the economy. It slows economic growth, because we need, once the money is transferred to the CRF, it should go to the counties, pay salaries, pay whatever recurrent, and pay and get into development. Because as we speak, largely the development money should be with the counties. The national government the development budget is shrinking by the day. So I don't want to go beyond that. Maybe another day we'll have opportunity now to talk about the transfers to counties and absorption of the budgets.